Alright y'all, we're moving on to the next outdoor holiday project, and I'm going to be using this piece of scrap wood that was left over from the Christmas ornaments with the tires. And my idea, this is just my idea, we'll see how it works out in the end. So I'm going to cut it out in the shape of like a Christmas tree. I need to figure out how tall I want to make this. And then what I want to do is drill holes in it. I want to paint it first, drill holes in it, and put in outdoor Christmas lights. So in the daytime, it just looks like a little Christmas tree. We're going to decorate it, paint it green, and make it all cute and stuff. And then at night, plug it in, boom, Christmas lights. It looks like it's going to be in the shape of a Christmas tree. So I think that's a pretty cool idea. We'll see how it turns out and what I come up with as far as this project. So my first thing I'm going to do is figure out how long or how tall I want to make it. And I also need to pull out the Christmas lights. I'll show you the lights that I got and figure out, make sure they cover the whole entire thing. So let me go get the lights and show you what I got. Here's my piece of wood. It's 8 feet long. I'm not going to make my tree that long. Definitely not. I'm going to be cutting that down. And here's the lights that I got. I got the 100. I got 2 boxes of these LED lights. And they were on a holiday special for $4.98 a box. I thought that was a pretty good deal. So I'm gonna be using these. But first thing I want to do is pull these things out and see exactly how much coverage I'll get with these lights. So that's going to be my first thing. And I got 2 boxes of these just in case one box was not enough. So my idea is to drill holes to fit one of these in, push it all the way through, and put hot glue around the edge of it just so it'll hold it in. That's my idea. So I think, this is just me guessing, y'all. This is just me guessing. So I'm going to cut this down to 44.5 inches. Let me make my mark. 44.5 inches for 100 LED lights. 44.5. I'm going to cut this off at 44.5 inches. That's going to be that part. And I'm going to need to leave, actually, another plan is to make a stand. I'm going to have to make a small stand for this, out of wood, of course, to hold up the little tree. But I'm going to need to either leave some down like this, or just use the 2x4, have the 2x4 painted brown at the bottom here to represent the tree trunk, and have it go all the way to the top to give this some stability here. Alright, let me cut this and get this down to a manageable size here, and then I'm going to draw out the Christmas tree pattern. And now I'm going to sand down the raggedy ends, make that all nice and smooth and workable. I need to find the center of this. Let's see, right at about 17 inches. So we're going at 18.5. 8.5. That's my center. Make a mark there so I know where the top of my tree should be. And then I want to use this as my pattern, and then straight edge to draw my triangle. doesn't have to be perfect because I'm going to be cutting this out anyway. So this right here is not going to be, it's not going to be visible. So I'll be cutting this off. So I just kind of want to get my angle right though. But here we go. I'm going to take this straight line, go all the way down, so I have something to line this up with. Go all the way down with it, all the way to the bottom. There we go. Now I have my pattern drawn out on here, and now I'm going to take my jigsaw and cut it out. Looking at this, I can see the imperfections. I know they're there, but like I said, it doesn't have to be pretty or perfect. Just get out there and do something, y'all. Just do it. So I've got this painted green. I'm going to let this dry overnight, and then tomorrow we're going to install the lights. What I'm going to do next for my little funky dunky Christmas tree is I'm going to cut a piece of 2x4 and have it come all the way almost to the top, just to give this some rigidity. And then I'm going to cut right about here. There's no determined measurement. Let me measure this. I'm going to cut it at 51 inches. 51 inches. And first I want to move it up to, let me move you guys in closer so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to pull this up past that so you can't see the top of that 2x4. You'll be able to see it through the cracks just a little bit on the sides, but it won't matter because this will be seen from a distance. And I wanted it to be kind of tall too. I didn't want it to be short. So at 51 inches, this length right here will give me enough room to make a base for this to stand up on and give enough of a tree trunk. So I'm going to get some brown paint too. I'm going to paint just this section right here brown, just to give it a little bit of a realistic look to it. So I'm going to go ahead and cut my board down to length, and then we're going to go on from there. I'm going to paint the trunk this khaki color by Rust-Oleum, and what I'm going to do first is I'm going to make a pencil mark so I know exactly how far up I need to go on this. I have my 2x4 centered as much as possible because this thing isn't exactly straight. It's not perfect. I got it centered as much as possible, and I have the top section that's hidden slightly behind that triangle there, so you can't see it. So now what I'm going to do is screw this down. Let me show you what I'm using. I'm using these 1 1/4 inch screws. They're outdoor exterior screws. I love these. They don't rust. So that's what I'm going to use. And I'm going to put about 3 or 4 in there. We don't need like a whole bunch of them because it's just going to hold that tree onto the trunk. I think I'll just put 3 in. And I'm going to drill a couple of small pilot holes in there too. we have the easy part out of the way. Now for the hard part. So now what I need to do is start drilling holes for the lights. So I'm going to flip this thing so it's upside down and then try and figure out where I'm going to place the lights. What I've come up with is I got these scrap pieces of fence board. I'm going to put those underneath here, and that is to prevent tear out from the hole that we're going to drill. I'm going to start at this very top and take my 3/8 inch drill bit and start drilling holes. As I'm doing this, I realize there's something that I need to point out to you guys when you're drilling your holes for your lights. Make sure you use your lights as your measurement tool. So I got one here and I got another one here, so I need to make sure that these lights will reach the next one, so that you're not out of you know what I mean, so that you're not like too far away or too close in between. Too close to be okay, but if it's too far away, then it's not going to work. So make sure that you use your lights as your measurement for the next one, from one light to the next. That 3/8 inch bit, I'm having horrible tear out problems. Look at this. I mean, this is just like, I mean, totally just obliterated here. And there's like a couple other spots. Look how bad that tear out is. Even though I did it face down and had something underneath to prevent tear out, it was horrible. So what I did was I went down to the next bit size down, which was 5/16, and let me show you this other end. Look how much cleaner these holes are, and I test fit. The lights will still fit in this hole, so I stepped down from a 3/8 to a 5/16 to prevent this from looking absolutely terrible. I mean, the tear out is so bad. I'm going to have to repaint all of this. So if you're having that same issue, try going the next bit size down and see if that helps. I have all of my holes drilled. I didn't count them to see how many I had, but I want to count them and let you know how many I came up with. And in the meantime, I'm going to sand down these holes. I'm going to have to re-sand all of this and repaint it because it is a little bit of a mess here from all that tear out. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'm going to count these holes too. I have a total of 86 holes, and that should be plenty of space and plenty of room for our 100 lights. And you'll also have a lot of leeway, so you can lay this out. You can plan it out any way you want to, so that the plug ends up either high at the top or low at the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead, sand this down, repaint it like I said, and then we're going to go and work on the base for this while this is drying. Christmas tree is dry. I've got 2 coats of lacquer on it. Now it's time to make a little simple stand. I'm just going to make a small, it's going to be shaped like the letter H. I'm going to make that real quick, and then we're going to mount the tree to the stand, and then we're going to put the lights on. I have a piece of scrap wood here. This piece right here is 45 and a half inches. You don't have to make your legs this long for your stand. It's just what I had on hand. I had another piece that was slightly longer, so I'm going to cut that to 45 and a half inches, and then I'm going to have a short piece in between. I'll show you what I'm talking about in a minute. So I got my 2 long pieces that are 45 and a half inches, and the piece that's left over from that longer piece is 23 inches. So I'm just going to use that. As my cross member, and then I'm going to screw in the upright of the actual Christmas tree right there. So I'm going to go ahead and put some screws in. I'm going to put 2 in from that side and 2 in from that side to hold this all together. I'm going to be using 3-inch screws, just so you guys know what size screws I'm using. Now I'm waiting for the hot glue gun to heat up, and in the meantime I'm going to test these lights Yes, make sure they work. And they look fantastic. I know you can't see it, that they're lit up, but they are lit up. Let's see. Can you see that they're lit up? No, you can't really tell. But anyways, they're working. So while that is going on, I am going to go ahead and start gluing these in. So I'll twist this around this way so that the plug is hanging down this way. That way it's not hanging off the top or the side so you can see it. So my plug is going back that way. So my plug here, go down this way, and here we go. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue all the way around there and hold it for 10 to 15 seconds. And then go on to the next one. Oh boy, I have to hold that a little bit longer, huh? There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to go to my next hole. Now, my next light is going to be a little too short to fit in that next hole, so I'm going to skip this light and go on to the next one and keep on going down the line all the way around. Alright y'all, I have all of my lights glued into this thing. Now I'm going to attach the base. The next thing, wait till dark, and then I'm going to plug this thing in and see how good it looks. Okay, got it standing up. I'm going to place this in the front of my house, and I'll see you guys when it's dark. Y'all, this looks amazing. Oh my god, it looks so good. You know what? I'm not gonna lie. This thing, oh my goodness. It took a very, very long time to put in those lights and hot glue each one in. It took a long time, but man, look at that. It was so well worth it. Oh my goodness, I love it. That came out great. That came out really good.